Late one night, Sarah was driving down a narrow, unlit country road, the type of road where every shadow seems to have a life of its own. She was headed to a friend's cabin, and her GPS had lost signal miles back. The road ahead was empty, flanked by thick woods on either side. Her car's headlights were the only thing keeping the darkness at bay. Suddenly, her phone buzzed. Surprised, she glanced down at it, but there were no notifications. When she looked back up, something darted across the road. Too fast for her to get a good look, but large enough to make her slam on the brakes. Her car screeched to a stop, heart racing, hands gripping the steering wheel. She scanned the road, her breath catching in her throat. There was nothing. No animal, no person. Just the dark road stretching out before her. Shaking it off, she pressed the gas and kept driving, telling herself it was just a deer. But something felt off. She couldn't shake the feeling she was being watched. A few minutes later, her car radio flickered on, though she hadn't touched it. Static filled the car, broken by the faintest whisper. At first, she thought it was her imagination, but the whispers grew clearer. "Turn around." She froze, staring at the radio. Was it some kind of malfunction? She reached to turn it off, but the knob wouldn't budge. The whispering continued, more insistent this time. "Turn around. It's not safe." Her pulse quickened. Without thinking, she glanced into the rearview mirror. Her blood ran cold. There, standing in the middle of the road behind her car, was a figure. It was tall. Too tall. Its limbs impossibly long, its face a pale blur. She could barely make out its eyes, dark and sunken, locked onto her. Panicked, Sarah slammed her foot on the gas, speeding down the road, her eyes darting between the road and the mirror. The figure didn't move. It just stood there, watching as she sped away, growing smaller and smaller in the mirror. Finally, she spotted the dim glow of a cabin up ahead and pulled into the driveway, heart pounding, hands trembling. She leaped out of the car and ran to the door, knocking frantically. Her friend opened the door, smiling. "You made it," she said cheerfully, oblivious to Sarah's terror. Sarah tried to speak, but something caught her eye. There, just beyond the trees, was the same figure standing impossibly still, watching, and this time, it smiled. "So, what's your schedule like?" The house shook as if they were nothing more than bugs in a jar. "Tomorrow?" Anna finished her sentence and locked eyes with Janie. Without missing a beat, Janie replied, "Oh, just the same old, same old. Hopefully the weather cools down, though." Somewhere, outside, but very, very near the living room window, a sound somewhere between a mountain lion's shriek and a dying fawn tore through the night. "Yeah, I hope so too," said Anna. Her voice was steady and clear, if just a little too monotone. "Though the heat brings such a beautiful, clear sky." "That's true," agreed Jamie, as something thudded, heavy, against the front door. Once, twice, again. The locked doorknob rattled. "Anyway, just another Thursday for me, too." Anna carried on, her voice rising an octave. "Jamie!" A woman's voice howled from outside the front door. "Help me, Jamie! Please, please, help me! Let me in!" The voice screamed and sobbed. Jamie's hand shot out to grab Anna's. They locked eyes. "You know, I really love the color of that ring on you," she said. "Remember where we got it? That was such a wonderful trip." Anna held Jamie's gaze. "Please, please." The voice outside begged. "Yeah, it was. What a cute little shop it was, too," Jamie said steadily. The lights flickered once. The sudden sound of crickets made Jamie realize she hadn't even noticed when they had stopped. Wind rippled through the oaks at the edge of the clearing like soft waves against the shore. Without a word, the two stood, and shaky hands still intertwined, made their way to bed and to sleep. I've been working as a firewatch on the edge of the Appalachian Mountains in Tennessee for the past year. Quiet job, beautiful views, and plenty of solitude. Perfect for someone like me. But something happened last week that I can't shake. It started with the sound. I was doing a late-night patrol near the trailhead, just a quarter-mile from the tower. The forest out here has its own rhythm. Owls hooting, leaves rustling in the wind. But that night, it all stopped. No wind, no animals, just silence. Then, clear as day, I heard whistling. Not a bird either. It was deliberate, almost like a tune someone was trying to play. But it didn't make sense. Nobody hikes out here at night, especially not in this season. I called out, "Hey, anyone out there?" Nothing. Just the whistle, slow and steady, coming from the trees. I backed up toward the tower, flashlight in hand. That's when I saw it. Something tall, pale, and hunched. It was standing just inside the tree line, watching me. I don't know how else to describe it except wrong. Too thin, arms too long, and its head was tilted like it was trying to figure me out. I bolted back to the tower, locked the door, and stayed up all night. Around 3 a.m., I thought I was imagining things when I heard scratching at the base of the tower. 3 long, deliberate drags, like nails on a chalkboard. I shined my spotlight down, but whatever it was had already vanished. The next morning, I found footprints in the dirt. They weren't human. 5 toes, yes, but elongated, like something that hadn't walked upright in a long time. I radioed HQ, but no one's answered since yesterday morning. Tonight, I'm heading out to the trail again, toward an old shed where we keep emergency supplies. Maybe there's a logical explanation. Maybe someone's messing with me. If I find anything, or if I make it back, I'll let you guys know what's going on.